score here at the Schaefer Center. Looking at some of our first half stats. Field goal percentage came back up for the Lady Bison. They're at 40% now, 13 of 32. Lions stuck 25%. 0 of 6 from three-point land for Lady Lions. Meanwhile, Bison, they shoot much better than 18%. They'll probably hit a lot more in the next half of play. Free throws, they've not missed a single one yet. Dorsey's got, let's see, she's 7 of 9. So it's 9-11 as a team, so most of those are Dorsey's, 81%. Look at some of the assists. Big advantage, John, in favor of the Bison. And you saw at halftime in our stats, the turnovers, 12 points off turnovers for OBU off of 7 steals. So what that translates to in your mind was what?
It's about a 77% turnaround that you're scoring 77% of the time that you're creating turnovers.
6 of 7
that's
times.
A very high percentage. If you can hit 50, most teams and coaches are very happy at 50%. On the other hand, you're seeing SAGU convert 1 of 7, which is less than 20%, and that's not where you want to be as a team. If you're working hard, creating steals, creating turnovers, you want to convert those to points, and obviously you see that's a coaching thing. That's something that you really work on, you work hard on, you protect the ball, you create a turnover, and that's all possessions you want to consider as valuable, but that's extremely valuable because you've done something right and you don't want to create a wrong out of the right you've already created.
Dorsey leads all scorers with 11. Lewis for OBU, she's got 8. Rebounding leaders, Cox with 6. Graves with 4. And the only assist for Lady Lions comes at the hands of Lakin Ward when she assisted Cassie Cox in that shot inside. Daniels has 2 assists for the Lady Bison. Look at some individual stats. Let's see here what stands out for the Lady Bison. Pretty balanced scoring. You got Graves with 4, Fowler with 4, Cooper with 6, Lewis, I said, with 8. Williams, you like Lexi Williams, she has 4. A lot of balanced scoring. Once they kind of found themselves, they began to push away in a balanced attack. Turnovers, converts to points, a lot of folks getting in the action. And right now, Cassie Bays has to be happy to see her team respond. Even though a game you should win by a lot, this is a good test, right, John, to see how you respond when you're not playing your best. How do you pull yourself out and play how you should play, regardless of the competition?
Well, it is a great test, and it's a great test not for the obvious physical nature. Obviously, you want to be able to physically perform at the level, but this is a great mental test because when you play teams and you're on the top of the heap and you're looking down, and this is not a negative thing, it's just human nature. You're looking down the mountain at the teams at the bottom, at the base of the mountain, and it's easy to just naturally assume the outcome is going to go your way. And this is a great mental test. That's why we call games like this trap games, because the trap of it is, how do you get mentally trapped into a scenario that you automatically just think is going to happen, and it doesn't necessarily happen that way. Well, now you got to work for it, and that's why you play the game.
Right.
Is because just because you should win it doesn't always mean that you will win it. And this is one of those things. As a team that's going to go into a national type tournament, which we assume that OBU will, they have to overcome challenges such as trap games or games that they're supposed to win. They come out flat. Can they mentally overcome?
As you see, not much activity in the guaranteed wins. The only game that really matters is a 6 p.m. start later on.
They all matter, Rob.
Well, in the guaranteed wins, the only one that matters is
to you. But I'm sure that in the grand scheme of things, we're all interested, and even OBU and MACU and all these teams are interested at the distance that they either create or gets cut into, because these have playoff implications.
Hill off the mark there. first shot of the second half. We're joined by Adam Ferguson in the booth. Adam, you're behind in the standings. How are you going to catch up? You got to start picking some upsets here.
We all think so alike when it comes to these games that we just pick the same one, and then every time we come out here, you have just a different thought for a split second, and you go against John and I, and then it's hard to pick against the Lions. My heart wants to pick them, but every time I don't pick them, you guys don't pick them as well. So all these games where we pick the same ones really don't help us out in the standings. But hey, great minds think alike.
There you
Well,
go.
okay.
At least two of the three.
I'm going to resist that. Neither one of you are near the level.
He put me into the bus too, Adam. I let you fly. He put me into there with you.
That's what John does.
Missed shot by Lions.
I'm a realist.
Inside. Nice, tough shot. And
great shot.
To go.
Wow.
It's Mackenzie Cooper, the freshman from Shawnee, Oklahoma, hometown product out of Shawnee High School. Gets it to fall. A tough shot in the paint.
That's a big time move, and if you're Coach Bays, you love to see this freshman play. And there's several freshmen that have gotten good clock time today, and they are performing very well. And that's just if you're a Bison fan, you've got to be excited about the future ahead of you.
We want to welcome all of our friends watching from the Shawnee, Oklahoma area. Glad to have you here in Waxahachie. Your team playing real well here after a tough start. Your team looking to hang with Wayland Baptist, and they've got a 15-point lead now. Really trying to find their mark, and they're doing that early on here in the second half. Turnover there, they'll give the ball back to Lady Lions. Got some fans here who have traveled from Shawnee, Oklahoma as well to be supporting both teams.
Could it be that there are more Bison fans in the Holy Dome than SAGU fans?
Well, right now in game one, I'd say it's a pretty even match. We're probably right around 50-50.
Well, there is a reason for that. Today started the winter break here on the campus of Southwestern Assemblies of God University. And so many of these loyal fans, supposed loyal fans,
went home.
Have gone home, and hopefully they're watching tonight as we broadcast so they can keep up with their Lions.
Nice move in transition there, coast to coast for OBU. Extends the lead to 17. And Lady Bison beginning to exert their will on the road here against these Lady Lions, who fought hard in the first half, held a lead for a while, and slowly that lead eroded, and now it's gone all OBU the last 10, 12 minutes of play.
Well, we can see clearly what they talked about in the Bison locker room at halftime, and that was box out. Get your behind on your opponent and seal them off the boards.
And move in transition when you have numbers. They've done both of that very well early on.
And this is what you expect out of a top 10 nationwide team like the Oklahoma Baptist Bison.
Exactly at number 10 in the nation. Meanwhile, the male counterparts are receiving votes. Lions still ranked number 24. The men are ranked number 24. They're going to have their hands full here in game two. This is going to be a tough game. Just one game separates those two teams in the standings. Both teams exactly are 17-7 on this season. That's coming up here in about an hour or so. We'll have it for you here on the SAGU Sports Network. And a turnover there near the baseline.
Well, that was a bit of a late call. McAfee had already gotten possession, and the referee decided that
didn't like what he saw.
He would call it back, and I think it was the correct call. It just took a little while.
Katie Cluster, the recipient of a nice inside pass, easy bucket. She's got 6 on the game, Custer. And a tough pass. Cox had to pull that one in. McAfee, other side, good off the window and off the rim from Cox. Floater, no good, too strong. Alexis pulls it down, slows up. Oh, McAfee looking for a little help from the ref for a foul. None called. Ward skips it over to McAfee. Into the paint. Whistle. Bucket. Good off the glass. Alexis McAfee. A nice move inside. Her 6th point of the game, and she'll go to the line. Here it is again. In all kinds of traffic. Elevates just high enough. Gets the contact. And off the mark with the free throw. 16:04 remaining first half. Line's down 15. Ooh, nice pump fake, head pump fake from Custer. Now over the side, she gets a weak side rebound. No good. Cox with the board. Cox works it around left, picks up her dribble, back to McAfee. 18 in the shot clock. And a sloppy pass from Alexis. Ward now. Over to Cox. Drops her shoulder, and a floater that didn't hit anything.
The old Kareem Abdul air ball.
I'm not even sure what happened there. Just kind of lost her spatial awareness there. Didn't hit anything. Didn't hit the net. Fortunately, but
that doesn't happen much with Cassie Cox.
No,
I assure you that.
Much better.
It's just
marksman usually. Skip pass over to Daniels. Now Cooper. Long 3 ball, top of the key, off the mark, loose ball.
Oh.
And it's going to go off of Ariel thanks to McKenzie. Cooper to Cooper gives the ball back to the Lady Lions. Both of those left that one off. You can when you're up by 15 with 15 left. And it'll be Diggles will check in now for Lake and Ward. Diggles, one of 3 players from DeSoto High School, along with McAfee and Ebony Colbert. Yet to see Colbert in the game. Surprised we've not seen more of Bethany Crock in this game. What's your thought process why we've not seen more of Bethany?
I can't tell you. I have no idea. I can't imagine why that is. I don't know of any news that would be keeping her on the bench.
I don't see any ankles taped up or anything.
No, and I talked to her before the game, and she was ready. Yeah, I mean, have your best athlete on the bench is kind of odd.
McAfee gets to Cox, turns, spins baseline, gets position, and she gets a whistle. She'll go to the line. Like how she almost repositioned herself with her dribble, kept it alive, squared her shoulders up, and she'll go to the line. She's only got 3 points in the game. She averages, let's see, what does she average? She's averaging 8.7 a game. That one's no good. Averages more rebounds than points, 9.5 boards a game, 8.7 points. 38 of 62 coming into this game for the line. She's 1 of 2 in that spot. Just a shade above 60% for the season. Lead is 16. Cooper over to Cooper, and check that. It's actually Custer, no good. But here come the Bison, another possession. Daniels picks the dribble up, gets it to Cooper, into the paint, strong
Great move.
Left side, left hand, release, very good move. In all kinds of trees and branches in the way, and she's able to clear some space. 44-26, the biggest lead, almost biggest lead of the game. I think it was 21.19 now. Dorsey working on Williams. Ebony Colbert now in the game. Diggles as well. And a steal out in front. Fowler missed the bunny. Here comes Dorsey the other way. She's got numbers. And she is ripped from behind and fouled on a pretty obvious reach in. Lexi Williams with the infraction. It'll be her third foul of the game, the team's fourth. Not a shooting foul. And we'll see Graves check back in, as well as Lewis for Coach Cassie Bays. Like a 1-3-1, John, defensively for OBU.
I think it's kind of a quasi
Like
2-1-2 to a 2-3. It's
you
just
like
moving.
the word quasi. It's one of your favorite words.
It is.
Quasi. And a whistle and travel. You like the word amoeba. You like the word quasi. You're quite the literary
Genius.
The
Thank
vernacular that drips off your lips is astounding.
It is. And I'm glad you noticed.
Into the paint now. It was Daniels, no good.
Off of Diggles.
It is. Well, check that. It's actually off of one of the Lady Bison. Make sure you stay connected with all of our social media sites. You see there in the corner, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and YouTube as well. Catch the latest stats and highlights and quick videos we do and scores, updates, shout-outs. Oh, wide open in the corner is Jaira Rodriguez. No one saw her. And now a near steal. Lewis able to tap it away. 17 on the shot clock. And Ward will check back in for Tidesha.
I love that name, Tidesha Diggles. I think if I had to choose a name for myself to be changed, I'd change it to
Tidesha.
Tidesha Diggles. It's awesome.
Cox, free throw basically, and she gets the friendly roll. I'm not sure why the horn blew, but bucket is good regardless. 44-28. Working against that 2-3 defense and a whistle between, see, it was Jaira Rodriguez getting tangled up with Ariel Cooper, and Ariel's going to get whistled for the push inside away from the ball. It's her third foul, the team's fifth foul. Two more will put the Lions in the bonus. So a kind of needless foul away from the basket. You're up by 16. The ball's not even near you, and she decides to shove Rodriguez a bit too much and whistle for the infraction. In fact, she'll take a seat on the bench. I'm sure Bay's unhappy with that needless foul. And a steal up ahead. It is Fowler. She'll take it coast to coast, use the left hand off the left side of the glass.
She decided to take the easy way out that time. Last time she tried to go with the right hand because she was on the right side of the court, stay with her fundamental teaching. But she said, this time I'm going to actually score.
Rodriguez spots up Dorsey into the paint. Protects the ball. Too strong. Cox had it, lost it. And a whistle will keep it right here. Cox always is just around the rebound. If she doesn't pull it down, she always gets to seem to get a handle on her, a hand or a finger or tip. She's got a great nose for the ball off missed shots. It's been that way for years for these Lady Lions. Dorsey will inbound. She's got Rodriguez, Cox, not there. Back out to Rodriguez, and we'll reset with, and nearly lost the ball. Hill is able to save it. She tiptoes the timeline. Ward now right side, skip pass over, and a terrible pass. On up ahead.
It's 3 in a row,
Lewis,
actually.
yeah, Lewis put that one in. Lewis just, that was telegraph pass. Looking for Hill again. Lewis just picked it right off. Went coast to coast, and the lead is 20. Lions have really slowed down after jumping out to a 10-3 lead. They've only scored, 18 points in the last 16 minutes or so, 17 minutes.
Well,
Adam, look, Adam, you need to catch up. At least catch Mr. Cookman. I mean, you're two down to him, let alone me.
You're about to move into second place. So
Like I said earlier, I can't do anything when we all pick the same games. I'm gonna have to wait
here
to
we
see who
go.
you guys pick, so I can pick
You
the
can't do
opposite,
that.
so I can
Here
make
we
a
go.
That's
so I
why
can
I
make a
email.
charge.
Well,
I
that
email
doesn't
James Lex only. I don't do reply all. I'm not going to give
listen.
y'all my
That
my
doesn't even
picks.
make sense because if I'm picking the winner every time, I mean that means you're going to just get further in the standings down the pole.
It's very high risk, high reward there to do that. I might have to go with that. We only have
Well,
one more broadcast
at
left. So.
half right now, my JVU team is up by a bucket at home against Mackey. So come on, John Brown, do me
Well,
good.
it's very possible those young ladies might earn you a win because they're a very good team. Both of those teams are very good, and this 2015 Sooner Athletic Conference tournament for the women is going to be very interesting, to say the least. There are some powerhouses, nationally ranked teams here in the Sooner Conference.
In fact, John, 4 of the 10 teams are ranked or receiving votes. Number 2, Oklahoma City. Number 10, Oklahoma Baptist here tonight. Number 25, Wayland Baptist. And receiving votes just up the road in Fort Worth, Texas Wesleyan Lady Rams.
All very good teams. I can't say enough good things about the Sooner Athletic Conference. They have uh, definitely guarded themselves and put themselves in the right spot to earn the allegiance of some great NAIA basketball or sports in general. And I would definitely say one of the top 2 conferences in the nation.
John Brown ladies are 4-8 coming into tonight's conference play against Mackey.
And we know you
6-6.
accidentally picked that one.
No, I thought long and hard.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
John Brown's 9-14. Mid America's 13-8. So, both decent teams. But it's the home game. John Brown at home, and
yeah,
they are 6-5 at home. And Mid America just 3-4 away. It just felt like a mini toss-up, a mini pick'em, and so I picked the home team, baby. Looking good so far at half.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, that's right. You're just mad because you may lose another one and go down 2.
I assure you I'm not mad about that because I know at the end of the year I will still remain the supreme king of the Pick'em Challenge.
Remember that mountain you were talking about earlier, about the mountain of people below you? I'll be looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing you at my feet at the
Yeah.
bottom of the mountain.
Yeah, and I think that's
And
the
this
kind of
guaranteed
trash
win.
you were talking when you told me the Seattle Seahawks were going to destroy my New England Patriots.
That was like 2
And-
weeks ago.
and
I
who-
thought we're past
Who
that.
won the Super Bowl,
I
Rob?
thought we're past. I already said that sentence one time. You get it one time.
Well,
That's it.
it doesn't change
It's
the reality. You
old-
were wrong.
Old news.
You were wrong.
No, the play call was wrong by Pete Carroll.
Of
I was
course,
not wrong.
it was Pete
The play
Carroll's
call
fault.
was wrong.
Yeah. Likely you would try to weasel out.
It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth.
No,
It's the truth.
the truth is the Patriots won the Super Bowl. That's the truth.
Meanwhile, at the Schaefer Center, the Lions down 18. Hill looking to make it 15. Off the mark, no good. Gets her own rebound, tips it up to Ward. Will reset. Dorsey into the paint, finds Cox 15 foot away. Good, she's money.
Great shot. Cassie Cox delivering.
Cassie's got 9 and a timeout on the floor. The lead is 16.
And another Coach Cassie Bays decides to call a immediate timeout and say, look, we're not going to fall back into this funk that you brought with you from Shawnee, Oklahoma. Here's what's going to happen. You girls are going to either bow up and play, or you're going to sit on the bench. I'll find 5 people that want to
Well,
play.
and a good point here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on this squad average between 6 and 9 points. You talk about balance. Okay, let's give credit to Fowler. She averages 13. Let's give credit to Cooper McKenzie. She averages 12. After that, 7 players are in that 6 to 9 point per game region. So she can do just that. She can go to her bench in a hurry, and well, there's 0% for three-point land for SAGU. She go to the bench in a hurry and just get equal production off her second, third team.
And she has. The bench scoring for OBU was off the charts better than the SAGU Lady Lions.
I think it was 12 to 2 or 12 to nothing at halftime. Was it
16 to
16
nothing.
at halftime? Yeah. The lead is 16. So count those bench points in favor of the Lions or the Bison, and that's where we stand now. 8:17 left. Three-pointer, no good. Dudzovic. That one's no good. Loose ball. Who wants it? It's probably
Wow.
going to be Charity Fowler. She puts it in after 2 offensive rebounds.
She is a big-time player. Charity Fowler contributes in all facets of the Bison's game, from defense to offense.
And a foul against Ward. She pushed off on Merida Lewis. No. Yes, that is correct. It's going to be on. It's on Ward. That'd be Ward's third foul, the team's third foul as well. 7:50 and change remaining. And half number 2 here. Stay tuned here. Game 2 coming up. And nice bucket inside. Textbook baseline move off the paint. Leads it back up to 20. And that is Katie Custer. She's got 8. Custer from Dixon High School, Dixon, Oklahoma. And Ward at the other end will get the hoop and the harm. She'll go to the line, try to convert a three-point play. Ward, a sophomore from Cleveland, Arkansas, out of Wonderville High School. She averages 6.1 a game. And she's got a chance to equal her mark. She's got 4 points now, a chance to get to 6. If she can convert both of these free throws, would cut the lead. And that one does go through. I should say 1 free throw. She's got 5 now. Cuts the lead to 17. Daniels in, over to Graves. It's Fowler now. Back to Daniels. Spots up Custer. Double teamed. 12 in the shot clock. Daniels, too strong. McKenzie, or McAfee with the rebound. Gets it up to Hill. Hill's been quiet, just has 2 points, John. She needs to get more active offensively. She could shoot this one right here if she wants to take it. And she will just that, and she is fouled. Right on cue. You just kind of sense she's got to get more active, and she did. She goes into the paint. She's fearless.
Yeah, she really is. And she made a good move there, and that's what she needs to do more often.
Right.
So it can open up. She has the ability to get around her defenders, and that's one way that you will keep that defender honest. And she shoots the 3 ball extremely well, and when a defender like OBU is pressing up on you, taking away that 3-point shot, well, you just go around them, and that's just what she needs to step up and do.
And a timeout on the floor. Timeout, Coach Beatles and his Lions will take a brief talk. As our lead is back to 15, 6:40 remaining. Looking ahead to game 2, John, I know it's going to be a fun one. You really love WBU, but you also love OBU. What do the Lions need to do today to have a shot to win on their home court as they're about to leave after a 5-game homestand? They'll be on the road here. How do they finish up with a win here in game number 5?
Well, they do what they've been doing and play extremely hard and play that SAGU Donnie Bostwick style, just relentless, in-your-face defense, create turnovers, and they've already done it once. They beat OBU up in OBU by 3, and so at least in the psychology of things, there's no mountain to overcome in that you know that you can beat this team. Now, we will talk a little bit in pregame about more about OBU and what they bring to the table. And this is a great team that you will see. You will get to look at one of the better teams in the Sooner Athletic Conference as far as a top 5-man talent. So the guys they place on the court, their starters, they have 5 of the best starters in the conference.
This is a team looking at some common opponents that beat WBU by 1.
That was a double dribble, by the way.
WBU, the men, lost by 10 to SAGU, but it was a lot closer than that, folks. Meanwhile, OBU beat WBU by 1. So even though they're undersized, undermanned, they can still hang with those big, tall teams that have big presence in the paint. Hill now working left, looking for Cox, not there. Over to Dorsey. Drives right back to Hill. And she's going to get whistled for a travel. No, she got bailed out. She was about to travel. And it's going to be a foul. It'll reach in. Foul number 9 against OBU. It's going to be whistled against Charity Fowler. It's her 3rd foul.
And we're just getting in word that my alma mater, Southeastern University in Lakeland, Florida, just went 5 overtimes. It is now the longest game in NAIA history.
Is it still going on or is it over?
They just won 96-91
Oh, my.
in the 5th overtime.
Wow. I wonder if there are any buzzer beaters or multiple buzzer beaters in that game. 5 overtime. That's astounding. So an NAIA record set tonight, folks, here.
It is astounding. And Rob, speaking of favorite words,
Yes, sir.
I love that that astounding drips off your lips.
Well, for one
So
whole
many
season,
times.
for 1 year, it was phenomenal, and I kind of let that word go. In year 1 of my broadcasting career, it was phenomenal and outstanding. Those are the 2 key words. So I'm going back to the old stomping grounds,
faithful.
the old faithful. Outstanding play. As I was teased mercilessly by my former play-by-play friend, Tim Roberts, he would just get on me. You use that word too much. It's back, Tim. It's back. Lines down 21. Ward, she got away with a travel. Cleared out by OBU in numbers, transition. Scooping right past Dorsey. And a blocking foul called against Monica. On a nice, strong move to the basket. That's going to send Kamira Graves to the foul line. Edmond Santa Fe High School product in her sophomore year. She averages 6 a game. And that one's short off the front iron. She's got 3. Under 5 remaining. Second one is good. We talked about scoring averages. The Lions average 55 a game. They're at 37. They may not reach their mark. You mentioned the number 55 in pregame as that OBU, if they can score about 55, they should be in good shape. They're at 59 now. They average, see what they do. I think they average 76 a game in conference. That's right. So they may not quite hit their average, but again, good enough for tonight to win on the road.
Yeah, I think I said 50, and 50 would be the number that would mark what SAGU probably could not score.
Right.
So we know that OBU is well capable of, posting an 80-point score.
Travel called against Alexis.
Actually, I think they posted 93 points the last time we played them.
92-40 was
the
score. Yeah, 92-40 back on January 15th. That improved their record at that point to 12-2. They've only since that game lost twice. Lost to OK City, 86-78, and they also dropped a tough one, 55-54 on the road against Southwestern Christian. And that's it. Since then they've chalked up wins against USAO, against Mid-America, Wayland Baptist, St. Gregory's, and John Brown. So this team is on a roll, looking to keep a stranglehold on that second place position, tied tonight with WBU. So I believe they're up against, I think they're playing the Stars, right? I think they were playing the Stars. So they're going to be.
And another steal by Charity Fowler. Dominating on defense. She is a powerful presence as a defender, and is one reason that the Lady Bison, if that's we're not even sure that they're supposed to be called the Lady Bison, but that's a real thing. If it's not, well, please forgive us, but we'll say it for now. But she is one of the main reasons why the Lady Bison are number 2 in the nation in steals or turnovers created.
Wayland Baptist is playing number 2 Oklahoma City, and I think they're losing that game. So Wayland Baptist with a loss here and a win by OBU will give second place completely alone to the Lady Bison, and they'll be glad to have that going into the last few games of the season. At that point, you're in control of your own destiny to wrap up second place in the Sooner Athletic Conference.
Yeah, I actually, in my Pick'em Challenge picks, I had originally WBU pulling off an upset.
What changed your mind?
Common sense
that kicked in.
You know, I was looking for the one. Where could we find an upset? Is there a potential upset up there? And
I picked it.
More
John
wishful,
Brown over Mackey.
More wishful thinking than anything.
I picked it.
Well,
WBU.
You can't say you picked it because.
Here's the scores update. You see, OK City is up by 10 over Wayland Baptist, so with 10 to play. So they'll look to improve to 13-0 in the conference.
Your game is not over yet, so we're not totally sure.
Kroc back in now. Works it over to Ward. Skip pass over to Dorsey. Lost the handle. Back to Hill. 10 in the shot clock. 3:30 left in the game. Into the paint, Dorsey.
Look at Cassie Cox working hard.
She's still working.
Working hard.
Working to the whistle, baby. She'll go to the line. She just has a nose for the ball. Whenever there's a missed shot in the paint, she's always around it.
Well, it also helps to have a 7-foot arm span.
Cassie Cox stands 6'1", the senior from Lufkin, Texas. Drains the first one. Averages 8.7 a game. She's got 10. And make it 11. The lead is 22. 3 minutes and change left. And from the corner, no good. Fowler. Here comes Hill. Across the timeline. She's in a hurry. Spots up Kroc for 3. Off the mark. Long rebound. Tapped away. Williams now skips through Kroc.
Great
no
defense.
Whistle. Great. Oh, but how about better offense? Oh, and a nasty look from Lewis. Says, get off me. Get off me. Wow, Lewis just fought through some good defense by Kroc. Missed a shot, got her own rebound. Put it right back up over Kroc. No whistle.
Oops.
And looking for over the top, or at least a seal pass.
I think we're going to get a hold.
Yeah, Cox was trying to seal off her man. And that's going to send Cox back to the line. Boy, it was Marita Lewis just was bound and determined to put that ball in the bucket at the other end.
That was impressive.
24-point lead now. Cox has 12. McAfee check back in for Lakin Ward. In another sport, the SAGU baseball team off to, it could be their best in history, at least since I've been here, in the 9 years I've been here, off to their best start.
Oh, undoubtedly. I mean, there's no doubt that this is the best start to a baseball, season, and that is really huge props to Coach Sam Blackman.
I think they won their first 4 or 5 ball games, and the record now is it like 6-2, something? It's Adam may have to check on that for us. They're off to a really good start.
They really are, and this team is looking. You just talked to them. They're full of confidence, and they know they're very capable of pulling off some big wins this year. And I fully expect to see that they'll get into some type of regional tournament action come later this semester.
Hale,
6-4.
6-4. Okay, 6 wins on the season. They must have dropped a few lately. 6-4. Hey, it's usually about 1-9 by this time, or 2-8. So 6-4 is outstanding start. Hale's first free throw's good, or her only free throw's good. She converts a 3-point play. Under 2 minutes to play now. Lead is 19. In the corner now, it's Fowler back over to Lewis. Inside to Cooper. Nice interior passing from Dudzovic. And a whistle underneath. And slow to get up. In fact, not getting up yet is, I believe it's going to be Marita Lewis.
No, it's Lexi Williams.
Is it Williams? Okay.
Looks like Bethany Crock fell on the backside of her knee, and she's going to shake it off.
There it is again.
She's
Lewis,
a tough young lady.
Williams goes baseline. Yeah, she just got tangled up there. And a timeout on the floor. Lewis, just a freshman. You like her. You mentioned her earlier. 5'7" guard from Enola, Oklahoma.
She has got some great fundamental skills, and she is a fantastic defender. Really showing she's not really the quickest or fastest player, but so smart. Her basketball IQ is really coming out, and you can see the way she moves her feet, and very efficient basketball player. Good shooter, and she's going to be a big-time contributor to this OBU women's basketball team in the future.
Bench scoring, you saw it there a moment ago, folks. 25-2 in favor of OBU, and that's 23 points, and your lead is 19. So, there's plenty of ways to spread out how you win a ball
40%
game,
of the effort tonight.
It's huge.
That is so big.
Speaking of big, a big rebound by Ariel Cooper in the middle, and a long shot, strong off the back end, and we'll send it back over to the Lions. Last year for head coach Arlen Beatles, in his 10th and final season at the helm, will leave this program in good shape. A lot of good athletes coming back next year. We'll be saying goodbye to a few. We'll have to say goodbye to Cassie Cox, of course. She'll be graduating, as well as actually just Brittany Griffin, just those two. So a lot of folks coming back next year for this Lady Lions ball club, John. We'll see if Diggles can step in and kind of take some of Cox's spot there, or else it could be.
Great
Ward,
pass.
Ward and Page, and there's a short ball.
I think that might have been blocked by Cassie Cox, but that was a great lead-in pass.
And for those who watch volleyball, Cassie Cox is an outstanding basketball player. She's probably a better volleyball player. She is strong in the net, and I think she ran out of eligibility last year, so she played one extra of basketball this season. She was a two-sport athlete for many years and very successful in both sports. We'll be sad to see her move on. She's a business major here at SAGU.
And just a tremendous young lady.
Absolutely.
Such a beautiful personality off the court, as well as she pursues excellence on the court. You can rest assured she does that off the court as well.
We asked her last year to work with my daughter Jenna on some post moves, and she gladly gave her time to give time to the next generation of players coming behind her. So just a real classy person on and off the court. As time's going to run out here in another 25 seconds. Lions will drop a tough one. They're down by 18 now. That bucket from Dorsey.
Monica Dorsey breaking ankles, ladies and gentlemen.
She's got 13.
Where has that been?
Free throw line, Money. Now in the paint, Money. Dorsey is going to be a player to contend with next year for these Lady Lions. She's showing whoever's going to coach the team next year, she wants some minutes. And time's going to run out. Your final score is going to be 64-46. So an 18-point win for OBU on the road. They'll improve to, I believe, 10-3 in the season. and get a hold of second place pending an Oklahoma City win over WBU tonight. They do improve to 10-3 in the season. 18-4 overall. Lady Lions will drop to 11-13 and 2-11, and they'll now go on the road, John, for 3 in a row before they come back home to wrap up the season. So let's take a look. They're going to go on the road and play St. Gregory's, tough game, USAO, and then John Brown. Final home game here in the SAGU Sports Network will be the 26th against the number 2 team in the nation. So, wow. And as you see here, some of the games remaining, and we'll hit the SAC tournament on March 4th. Lions are now a game and a half out, actually 2 games out now with this loss, so they're fighting just to get in to the tournament. Meanwhile, this team here in the green, they're looking to wrap up spot number 2 and really put themselves in a great position for a postseason play even beyond the SAC.
Yeah, and I would love to see some of that postseason play between some of these top tier teams. They're very, very good, and that it's just going to be an exciting time. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like SAGU is going to be able to participate, but there's always next year.
We'll take a quick break here. We'll be back with game 2 as you see the guys warming up for both teams. And a quick look at the final game stats as well. 40% from the field, 27 for the Lions. No free threes made for the Lions. They took 10 shots. And you see the rest of the stats. It was all OBU after about the 8-minute mark. And that's how it ended. An 18-point cruise to victory for OBU. A quick break here. Be back with more for game 2 coming up right here on the SAGU Sports Network.